Welcome to our week 1 of UI/UX design lectures. I would be accompanied. I'm your host, Samriddhi Kashyap, and I would be accompanied by Akash Jana, and he would be teaching you about UI design today. Akash, are you there?
Yeah, good evening everyone. So let me present my screen. Just give me a couple of minutes.
Hello.
Yeah, so I hope everyone can see my screen.
Do you mind if I ask a
Before you start, can I ask some question?
Yeah,
Do I need coding or programming skill to learn
no,
this?
no, nothing coding. At this moment, you don't need any coding skills for now, but in future you may need. But we will come to that in the later part. So without
And
Akash?
sorry to interrupt. Is this session an overview on UI and UX design, or such session will be held and it will be end-to-end project-based or learning-based session?
Yeah, so before you ask any more question, I would like to say that we will keep on going, and we will say when we are moving forward. I hope you can understand.
Sure, but Akash, let me just clarify the doubt first. Yes, someone asked a doubt whether this would be project based end to end lecture. So, first of all, this is the very first lecture of our class. This would be a brief overview about UI and UX so that a beginner can also know what we are going to be like teaching in the further lectures. So, this is a brief overview. After this, we would be handling projects and end to end project lectures. All right.
Yeah.
Akash,
So
this is a question to
yeah.
you. I'm reading about this from last two from from a from a last week only. This about the UI design and everything. So I come along the Figma. So give me a difference between this learning a programming like React or going with the Figma and then auto generate the code. So if my intention is not to become a web developer or a UI developer, what option should I go for?
So your question is, if you are not looking into app development, like going
Yes,
into the coding skills, and you
yes,
want to
yes.
come into this designing skill.
But
So
still I want to design my own app, not to the very high advanced level,
yeah,
because I want to give my AI and everything a face, a website, or maybe the app to the user. So this option, the Figma option, and the other one is learning this programming language. So which option should I go for?
So if you are new to the coding field, then I would suggest that you can start from here, and eventually when you have good skills in this, then you can go for the coding part, and you can design uh, uh, more responsively, and it would look more better than what you are doing for now,
No. If you
as
ever
you said.
ever tried that Figma thing, so what Figma
Yeah,
do? It designs everything.
yeah,
Then there
it
is all. So
basically designs.
there are plugins that can directly generate a code according to your design. So
Yeah.
is it same as I write the code, or is somewhat is not
Yeah, you can
comparable?
see like that. But if you are doing total means, if you are doing a front end designing, then that is basically you are making totally the full page in a coding language, and here you have the freedom to do it by, if you are feeling like, here if we make this kind of design as in the presentation I'm showing you. So if you feel like you want to do this kind of designing, then you can do it easily in the Figma, I mean the editing softwares, designing softwares. But if you are using a coding editor, then you might face a difficulty, but surely you can do on that also. But for now I would say that you can feel some difficulty to make this kind of designs. Does that answers you?
Maybe not, but I will come. I mean later. I
Okay,
mean I
so
need to
I
talk
have
it.
the answer to that. I have experience in this thing, like generating code from the plugins by using the Figma prototypes. First of all, yes, you can generate code snippets, but they are not fully functional. You need to have some basic programming knowledge to compile that code into a functioning code for your website, for an app, whatever. Like the Figma plugins, I guess they use React.js, Tailwind, and Bootstrap as well, but they generate code snippets, and they are not that well, uh, like not that up to the mark to generate fully functional code. They still need a programmer's intervention.
So Samriddhi, I read about this, and this is the same answer that ChatGPT and everything giving. But have you tried it? Because I
I
really
have,
want
Yes,
to
Samriddhi,
understand.
I
sorry to
have made a.
interrupt.
All right.
May I
You,
speak?
uh, 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 I
Uh,
think like
Actually,
he was.
we should start the session,
yes,
and
Okay,
after
go
that
ahead with
we
the
can.
session. I will ask it later.
Hey,
No problem.
yes,
excuse
everyone's
me,
query must be
Akash. Hello,
answered
Akash.
at the end of this.
Eh, excuse me,
Sir,
everyone. Is this session gonna record it on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It will
thank you.
be
sir,
recorded, and all the presentations will be shared with you all.
Okay.
sir, I want to ask that will this session continue for free and there is another batch for joining this?
Yeah. After the session, we will send you the form, and you can join the club.
Okay, sir.
So I think we should start the session.
Sure, sure. Continue.
Yeah. So so hello everyone. Actually today my voice is not in a good condition because I have some problem in my throat. So let me start. So in this course, we will explain the principles, tools, and technologies that go into designing interfaces that captivate users and enhances their experience. Whenever you are interested in web development, mobile app development, or software development, understanding UI design is essential. We will delve into topics like layout, typography, color theory, and user research. By the end of this course, you will be equipped with the skills to create interfaces that not only looks good but also make users live easier. So let's embark on this creative journey into the world of UI design together. And I guarantee you will come away with the knowledge and skills to craft beautiful and functional user interface. So let's get started. So UI versus UX. So today we are going to explore two closely related yet distinct fields in the world of design: user interface or UI design and user experience or UX design. Understanding the differences between these two is crucial for anyone aspiring to excel in the world of digital product design. So we would start from UI or user interface design. This focuses on the aesthetics and visual elements of a digital interface. It's all about how the interface looks and how users interact with it. UI designers are responsible for creating visually appealing layouts, buttons, icons, and other elements that users see and interact with. On the other hand, user experience or UX design encompasses a broader scope. It's about the overall experience that users have when they interact with a product or system. UX designers did dive deep into user research, information architecture, and interaction designing. They aim to ensure that every aspect of the product is user centric, from ease of use to overall satisfaction. In essence, think of UI design as the skin of a product. while UX design as the soul. UI design deals with the look and feel, making sure it's visually pleasing and functional. Meanwhile, UX design dives into the user's journey, making sure every interaction is meaningful and enjoyable. In this course, we will touch on both UI and UX principle. But remember, they often go hand in hand. A successful product not only looks good, but also feels great to use. So, as aspiring designer, it's vital to appreciate the synergy between these two disciplines. Let's explore both of these realms further as we progress through the course. Principles of UI design. As we delve deeper into UI and UX design, it's essential to understand what it's essential to understand that while they are distinct discipline, they are deeply interconnected. Let's explore some key differences and overlaps. Mm, Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to repeat the UI versus UX. So let me come on this. Principles of UI. So UI designing is not just about making things look pretty. It's about creating interfaces that are intuitive, user-friendly, and visually appealing. To achieve this, we follow several fundamental principles like clarity. Ensure that the interface's performance and functionality are immediately clear to users. Use clear and concise level heading and instructions. Avoid clutter and unnecessary elements that can confuse users. Consistency. Maintain uniformity throughout the interface. Elements like buttons, fonts, and colors should be consistent. Consistency enhances predictability, making it easier for users to navigate. Simplicity. Thrive for simplicity in design. Is someone having a question? I guess no. So let me proceed. So simplicity.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of the differences between UI
Yeah,
and
we
UX,
will.
where UI is used, where UX is used, so we will have a better clarity on what is the difference.
Uh, later, and today we will give you some examples and let us proceed in this. So simplicity. Strive for simplicity in design. Simplifying complex text by breaking them into smaller and meaningful steps. Remove any unnecessary elements or features that do not add value to your users. And hierarchy. Establish a clean visual hierarchy. Guide users' attention. Important elements should stand out while less critical elements should fade into the background. And also have a visual balance. Create a balanced composition by distributing elements evenly across the interface. Use alignments and spacing to achieve visual equilibrium. Then contrast. Use contrast straight strategically to highlight important elements. Contrast in color, size, or style can draw the user's attention to key action or information. Then we go to the next one, that is UI elements. So understanding user uh, so UI elements. So UI design involves the thoughtful arrangement of various elements that users interact with when using digital products. These elements play a vital role in shaping the user's experience. Yeah, any question? Okay, so let's take a closer look at some fundamental UI elements. First is buttons. Buttons are interactive elements that initiate actions when clicked or tapped. They can be used for functions like submitting form, navigating to other pages, or triggering specific actions. Forms. Forms are used for user input and data collection. They include input fields for text, checkbox, radio buttons, drop-down menus, and more. Menus. Menus provide navigation option within an application or website. Common type includes drop-down menus, slide menus, and hamburger menus or mobile devices. Then icons. Icons are visual symbols that represent actions, objects, or concepts. They are used to convey information quickly and can replace or complement text level. Navigation bar. Navigation bar helps users move between different sections or pages of an application. They often contain links to key area and may include a search bar.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So actually, I was trying to join this for like 15 minutes or so, but actually it showed me that it reached maximum of 100 people.
Okay,
So
don't worry. The session is recorded, and if you are not next time, if anyone is not able to join, they can watch the recorded lecture also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Where will the recording will be published?
Yeah, it will be published in the YouTube channel, and it will be sent through link by everyone to everyone.
Okay, from email.
In email, mostly like in WhatsApp group, I believe. So responsive design. So responsive design. So it is a fundamental aspect of creating user interfaces that adapt seamlessly to various screen size and devices. In a world where user access applications and websites on a wide range of devices from desktop computer to smartphone and tablet, responsive design ensure a consistent and user-friendly experience. Let's explore the key principles and techniques. First is fluid layout. Instead of fixed width layout, use fluid grid that adjusts to the screen width. Elements within the layout should also be flexible. Scaling property. Then comes media queries. Media queries are CSS rules that allows you to apply different styles based on the device's screen size and or characteristics. Use media queries to define breakpoints where the layout and design should change. Mobile first approach. Start designing for the smallest screen, example smartphone, and progressively enhance the design for larger scale like PCs. This ensures that the core content and functionality work on all devices. Then scalable image. Optimize and serve images that are appropriate for the device's screen size and resolution. Use technologies like responsive images and CSS image resizing. Then comes flexible typography. Ensure that text remains readable and yeah. Yeah. So ensure that text remains readable and doesn't overflow or small screen on small screen. Then we go the next part. Those are UI tools. So there are a lot of tools. Some of the examples are like Adobe XD, Figma, Sketch, popular design tools for creating UI prototypes. And some of them are also mentioned in the photo, as you can see. These tools allows you to design, prototype, and collaborate with team members. Then comes the case study. Someone was asking about this only. Okay. So we have the first one is Spotify. So in Spotify, we have an option as customizable playlist. Spotify's user-friendly interface allows user to create and personalize playlist easily and enhances the user's sense of ownership and engagement. So here um, the Spotify is allowing us to create our own folder, and the folders also can be arranged in such a way that it gives the user a sense of ownership. And also you can see when you tap on a song, then the background, sometimes a video is being played, or if a video is not played, then an ambience mood is being created so that the user stays on the app rather than keeping it turned off. Then we have another example like Zomato. So it is a famous example, and in this we have food imagery. Zomato's employs high quality food imagery, making it visually appealing and enticing for users, a crucial factor in the food industry UX. So if you even, there are a lot of apps and these are some few examples from there, and Samriddhi will make you understand Zomato more after I finish it up. So here I finish my presentation. If you have any questions till here, you can ask, and after this, Samriddhi will take the session.
Okay, I have a few questions. Like
Yeah,
UI stands for user interface. What does UX stand for?
UX stand for user experience. So
User
as I
experience. Okay.
yeah, so it controls how a user feels when it is using the app. Any more?
So the two are overlapping concepts, right? Like
Yeah,
one is not independent of the other.
yeah. In the starting, I have said that they go hand in hand. So yeah,
Yes. Okay. It was not very clear to me, and I joined a bit late, so my fault
yeah.
there.
But you can see the recording. Samriddhi, is it recording right now? Hello.
Yes, yes. Let me confirm it from Shivam. Yes,
Huh?
it's being recorded well. It's being recorded.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Sir, I
Any question?
want to ask that will we will we require some pen tablet or extra hardware tools for using Adobe XD?
No, no. For designing purpose, as you were starting, so there is no big deal in hardware. I mean, like a small PC can also work on it. I mean, laptop,
No,
a
sir,
second
I
laptop.
have a proper gaming laptop, but I want to
Yeah,
ask
then
that.
that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I think Patel is having some question. Let me see. Yeah, Patel Preet, are you having some question?
No, sir.
Then you have raised your hand. Okay.
I have doubt, but not for this session.
Acha. And any more doubt from any other student? Yeah, you can ask.
Okay, so my
Uh,
doubt was regarding for UI UX, like how important is the color theory? Like
yeah, it
I
is
am
actually, it is very important, and in the next week we will also talk on that. It is very important, and you can also for now you can search on the website and have some research on that part. So if anyone have any question, then ask, or she can take the session.
I guess I would be continuing then. So, good evening, everyone. I would be taking the UX part of the session. And someone just asked if color theory is impactful in design. It is very impactful. For example, look at the colors of Swiggy and Zomato. They use red and orange color to increase your appetite, whereas cooling colors such as blue is used for Facebook. It gives the idea of chilling. But like the food delivery apps, they use more aggressive colors, I mean red and orange, to induce appetite. All right, then I would be moving on to my session of UX and UI. So I think introduction is not necessarily needed, but UI UX are like UI UX is necessary for many businesses and brands around the world, because in some or the other way it helps in maintaining the user base, to create more engagement and to satisfy the user so that they would stay with them. So basically, I just in my mind, this is the summary why we need it. So, what is design? Design, well, it's for me, design is something which is solving a problem and is also having a creative front to it, which means that I'm using both the creativity, the out of the box thinking, and the problem solving here. Means, I'm so sorry, art and problem solving together. So that's the design here. What is user experience? Well, you already have just like my co-host Akash just told you about UI, user interface. It deals with more visual part of the product, which means that you get to see what the product is actually, what the brand of the product actually wants to convey to you. UX, well, it ensures that all the things are going smoothly, and the user is intrigued by the product, and the interest stays. For example, a very bad example of UI UX, government websites. No one wants to stay there, but they are functional. Whereas you go to the website of, let's say, Instagram. Has also a website, and they have a very interesting design. It keeps the uh, users trapped with it, because of how smooth the app functions. So, well, who are the UX designers? Well, they are mostly the problem solvers. Who are UI UX designers? Well, they are problem solvers and the creative people who also know how to use the visual things with the problem solving skills.
Hello, Samriddhi. I
Yes.
think someone is having some doubt. Someone has raised
Okay.
his hand. So you can ask.
Okay, Samriddhi, this is Vignesh. Regarding the example you gave regarding Instagram, so
Okay.
UI and what you're trying to say here is UI and UX are what keeps a person on the app,
Exactly.
right?
I really mean to say that UI and UX is the thing which keeps the person intrigued into the product. Interested. That's why you
Yeah,
keep
both
on.
are correct
Yes,
synonyms.
yes. That's why you keep on scrolling it, because the UX, the user experience of the app Instagram is so smooth. One more example I would give: Spotify and Amazon Music. So Spotify has a very let's say better UI UX than Amazon Prime, because the algorithms of Spotify, they design. They suggest you songs based upon your earlier listenings. They have a better like, as I said, algorithms, as compared to Amazon Prime, which has pre-made playlists. It does not customize for you. It does not adapt for you.
So the knowledge of human psychology is important for this,
Kind of,
or
I would say
is it?
yes. Yes. It plays a major part in designing. Like, not
Yes,
that
yes.
deep, but yes, basic surface level of human psychology is needed. uh, I would say that what we have hunger instinct, dopamine. We need to satisfy our dopamine. So UI UX, the products which are most used in today's date, for example Spotify, Instagram, even Facebook by your parents. So they have a very well structured UI UX which feeds upon your dopamine level. So you need a little understanding of human brain, and to create a smooth flow of the app or website, so that the user's dopamine demand is satisfied, but not that satisfied that he or she quits the app. Okay, like it has to be a
Yes.
never ending thing. It has to be a never ending thing. Like for example, a never ending scroll in reels.
Okay, like doom scroll, what we call it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Like when
Yes.
you enter reels, you think I would be watching it for 10 minutes, but no, you end up watching it for uh, let's say 2 hours.
It feels so good that you want to leave it. You
Yes.
want to
Yes.
stay here.
Yes. Yes. Because
Okay.
first of all, you think this is the last reel, but the Instagram's let's say user experience is such that you just need one swipe and you would come to a new video, and your mind thinks that no, I need to see this again. I need to see this complete video.
Yes, this is so good.
Yeah.
That
Yes. Yes.
yes.
So Ashish has asked a
Please
question.
continue.
यूआई दिखावा यूएक्स चलाने में कैसा है? हाँ, यूआई इज दिखावा मतलब विजुअल्स जो आपको बाहर से दिखता है, विच इज ऑन द फ्रंट एंड. यूआई इज द लेट्स से आउटसाइड, और एज माय काउंटर पार्ट सेड, इट इज द स्किन. वन सेकेंड. Yes, it is the skin, and UX is the I said experience, right? It is the skeleton. It is what makes the visuals functioning. Yeah, everyone is understanding, but with different words. Well, please ask if you need different words. I have a few words. Okay, so interplay. Yes, as I said, UI and UX work together. Like you need a user-friendly navigation. So, like as Akash just told about icons and all, buttons and all, they have to be like very visually appealing, and user experience, or the flow of the program or flow of the app and website should be very smooth, so that the user can quickly find the things he or she is looking for. The entire process has to be very smooth from start till the very end. So yes, sometimes the users are, sometimes the designers are in a dilemma that what should I go with, beautiful visuals or functional design? Because sometimes when you want to design minimalistically, or you want to go with overboard with more icons and more show off. So yes, UI UX designers have to take tough calls somewhere, and with experience and more practice, you will learn how to take such informed decisions. So user flow, as I said, it is the thing from start till the very end. Here I have taken the example of Amazon. So user flow means like when you enter the app, you view the things, then you add them to your cart, purchase them, then you go to the purchase them, and then Amazon shows you an option that is reviewing your purchase, and then it finishes off. Right, that is the process, and from start till the very end, this has to be very hinder free, so that the user does not lose his interest. You have to maintain the interest of the user, and that's why like there is some UPI was introduced. UPI is also very user friendly because you don't need to like enter. Earlier, when we used to shop online, we used to enter our bank details, and that added extra step into buying certain things. But when you have like UPI, that has let's say aided, that has reduced the ease for to buy the products. Okay, one more example from UPI. you will notice when you have cash in your hand, it won't be that much, like you won't spend it that much. But when you have money in your UPI ID, it would just disappear and you wouldn't even know. The problem with UPI is you spend spend so freely and you don't remember where you spent it. That is because it
Yes.
is very convenient. It is very
There's a
convenient, right?
thing that I want to ask here.
Okay.
Is that does the user flow end with success, or do we again recommend certain new things and go back to start?
It depends upon you. Like it also depends upon the like, yeah, here I have taken the example of Amazon. So yes, Amazon shows you the dialogue that thank you for your purchase, and it shows some recommendation, but they are not very interesting, so usually you quit unless you need something else. So it depends upon product to product. Like
Yeah, but like most products would want users to be hooked, want to use the app or whatever
sure,
the
sure.
product is again and
Okay.
again.
Then I would introduce you to another example, that is Netflix. Because when you finish one series, it would recommend you a movie or series again. Okay, that keeps you hooked, right?
Yes.
Even when you finish your like movie series, or even YouTube. When you see YouTube, you click on the video, watch the entire video, and then you see recommendations. So the process there does not end with success. It is a continuous loop unless the user makes a conscious decision. Okay. So we here let's say we do not want to give the user in the example of YouTube, we give little to no freedom to the user with conscious decision. While with Amazon, we give him or her some freedom because money is involved there, but here time is involved, right? So it is it is totally like our benefit if we just capitalize on his or her time by like generating more ad revenue. So the questions end here, or any more questions? Yes, Spotify ads stop after success, but no, it has a 30-hour loop. After 30 hours it will again continue. Sorry, 30 minutes. So sorry, 30 minutes. So sorry, yes. After 30 minutes, it will again continue. It will show you two ads and then ad free listening for 30 minutes, and again, then you have ads. Then empathy and user design. So very important aspect in designing is understanding the user. The businesses which just which give you the projects. Uh, okay, start the practical part. We would be starting the practical part, but we have many beginners here. So we would be starting it, but not right now. This session is for beginners. So empathy and user design. Empathy means putting yourself in someone else's shoe so that you can relate with what they are seeing, what they are doing, what they are listening, or whatever they are feeling. So uh, you put yourself in their places, and then you make design which favors the user, which gives priority to the user, and that's what majority of the companies want, that the user has to be satisfied. That's how the revenue would be increased, right? So UCD is, yeah, like making the user happy or frustrated. It depends upon like how user centered your design is, but do not make it too user centered. That is also there. You have to find a sweet spot there. Customizing the product according to the user. You have to do it by conducting various surveys or just going through various case studies. Yeah, dilemmas. So sometimes we want to give something like we go through some certain surveys, we go through what the customer wants, and we go and design for them. But client has unnecessary opinion on it. So yes, we have to look for both the things. A UX designer, UI designer has to satisfy both the things, the user also the client's opinions. Because if he is not satisfied with your work, then it will ruin things for you, apparently. But if you're too good with your work, then this does not happen. What is the design process? So designing means designing. Here designing, I mean that uh, experience. We are designing the experience of the user. So first of all, we go with the research part. We carry out surveys so that we can know what the market demand is. Then we design. Then we use our creativity and pop up with some new ideas and concepts. We sketch, we draw, we plan what will the final product look like. This is where your inner artist pops out on a canvas. Then we go with prototype. So prototype, many people are confused what the prototype is. So uh, like when people go out and make buildings, when they go out and make like skyscrapers, so what they do is they make small models and they test out whether this is functional, whether this is earthquake proof. So they make out small models for it. So prototype is also that we are just testing what we made. We are just making a rough draft or sample version to see how our ideas will work out in real life. Oh, okay, then we go to the testing part. So we give out our prototype with the real users. This is where the beta testing comes out. Uh, we know the beta testing. Beta testing means that the designers or the product drafters, they give out the beta version to see how the product is received by the audience, by the people who will be using it, and listen upon their thoughts whether this is something they want or this is something they don't want it quite. So we go, that's not the thing, then we go back to the drawing board and we again make the things, we again make the necessary changes. Then comes the implementation. After testing, after successful testing, we go and implement our final design. This is the part where we give our design to the engineers. We give our designs to the engineers to code. So I have used Figma, not so much Adobe XD. The thing with Figma is you make wireframes. We would be telling you what wireframes are, but programmers can easily generate code from there and they can compile those code snippets, but they are not very SEO friendly. Like they use too much div tags, and I have used it. I did not like the thing, so I had to like generate the code from the start. They are good, but no, not good, not that good. So UI UX designers also need programmers. So if you know both the things, well and good for you. You can earn very well. Then the step. This is the same thing that I have told you guys. And yes, so the assignment. So these lectures, well, we would be giving out certificates for your active participation, and we would be holding these classes like with a week's gap. Like we held this class on Tuesday, then we would hold this class on second Tuesday, no, Wednesday, because on second Tuesday would be, I think, Eid is Ganesh Chaturthi is there. So yes, after a week's gap, we would be after 2 weeks gap, we would be taking sessions. So assignment for you guys is that choose a product or app, anything that you want, Instagram, Spotify, and write something about it. Like what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? What enhances your user experience? What hinders it? And you can mail us on Q Club in whatever thing you want, even if you want to record a video or audio, even of 15 to 10 seconds, it does not matter. What we want is quality. So the less is more. So please make projects,
Hello,
please make the summary, and
Samriddhi.
please mail this to us.
Samriddhi, I was saying
Mhm.
like you have mentioned in the calendar that the week 2 will be taken on 26th of this
Yes,
month.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but you were saying like third. December. I mean
No, no,
something like.
not 3rd December, second Tuesday, I said.
Yeah.
Yes. So sorry, but the second Tuesday is not free, I guess. Or if it is, I have scheduled it accordingly. On the 25th, the session is there. You have the time to prepare. And thank you very much. Such a lovely audience sitting and bearing me patiently here. Yes, we would give out the YouTube link, everything. So, yes, I would share the email ID. Any questions you guys have? Please go. Even Hindi, English, anything else.
Sorry, I just joined late. Is the session being recorded?
Yes, the session is being recorded. We would post the video and we would give the link in our WhatsApp group. So kindly join it.
Is there any link where we can share feedback, like private link,
Maybe you
if
can mail
possible?
us. We have not generated the form yet.
Okay. Can I have the? Okay, I got the mail ID.
Yes. Where did I make beautiful slides? Well, very simple tool is there, Canva.